Adventure Time as you know it today is a behemoth in Western animation. It's a name just about everyone can recognize, even if they've never watched the show themselves. Finn and Jake's awesome adventures together just offered a lot that previously wasn't seen in kids' cartoons, and the storylines got surprisingly more mature in the later seasons, appealing to all ages. While we know Adventure Time as that classic cartoonic show that would shape both the channel and many cartoons today, it wasn't always like this. Many years ago, before the world knew anything about Finn or Jake, a pilot was produced that appeared in one of the places you'd least expect, the Nicktoons channel. Adventure Time on Nick? What? I know it seems super weird to think about now, but back then it was a very real possibility. In 2006, Pendleton Ward wrapped production on a simple short titled Adventure Time, which is what you know, except also pretty different.
Adventure time, come on, grab your friends, we'll go to very distant lands. Jake the dog and Finn the human, the fun will never end. It's Adventure Time.
Because this is the first we've ever seen of these guys, it's only natural that the style and tone could barely even be compared to the most recent seasons. This pilot feels more reminiscent of season 1, with the high energy and all, but it was still essential in establishing the land of Ooo. We got to see these best friends hang out and do stuff together, fighting the most iconic villain Ice King, and also meeting Abraham Lincoln, cause why not? This pilot was super weird, and that leads us to the question of what just happened behind the scenes for Nick to reject it. Well, as I said before, the short aired on the Nicktoons channel, but to be more specific, it was a part of Random Cartoons. This was a series of shorts that had the potential to become full shows if large audiences are grown, but the chances weren't high and the competition was pretty rough. Even though this initial pilot aired on Nick, that's how far it went and nothing else happened. According to Frederator's blog, they actually rejected it twice, so it seems like Penn Ward really wanted it to air on this channel. Some people say that the reason behind this rejection is because Nick thought Adventure Time was too weird, and while it's hard to come across any official information on the situation, that line of thinking would still make sense. Maybe Nick thought kids would be too confused, so they decided to just pass on Adventure Time and allow room for a different show instead.
Hey, Ice King! Stop it!
Huh? Stop meddling, boy! You and your magical dog can't harm me.
He's not my dog. He's my friend!
If history allowed this to actually become a Nicktoon, things would be pretty different. I feel like Nick is more strict with appealing to a younger audience, so they wouldn't allow a lot of the darker stories that made Adventure Time so special after the first 2 seasons. Finn and Jake could have maybe been going on those high energy adventures for the entirety of the series, which would honestly be super disappointing since that barely stands out from the rest of the shows. Also, the fandom may have stopped growing if it was one of those shows where random stuff happens and you're supposed to laugh because of that. Eventually, Penn took his pilot to Cartoon Network and made sure to promote his idea in the best way possible. The executives loved it and most importantly gave him a chance, which is what led to Adventure Time becoming so massive today. Of course, looking at all the success now probably made those Nick execs painfully regret their decision to pass up on the show, but that's just what happened and there's no going back. We now live in a time where CN is miles ahead of Nick in terms of animation, and I'm completely fine with that. The incredible popularity of Finn and Jake set CN on a successful path for the future, so it was a huge win that the network decided to give the green light. But what do you guys think would have happened if we saw Adventure Time as a Nicktoon, and why do you think it was rejected not once, but twice? Let's talk in the comments. But anyway, that's all for this video. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos. Give a thumbs up and comment below, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.